Hello and welcome to Fire Emblem 7 Siblings, a ROM hack of Sacred Stones by WarPath. I'm Zetetic, and I'm going to be showcasing this ROM hack for FEE3 2021. We're not going to start at the beginning, though. We're going to start at Chapter 17X, Rallying Cry, and I'm going to show off a side quest or guidance chapter in this hack that's relatively new. This hack has been in development for a while, and it's scheduled for a full release in 2022. In a Mavarna jail, prisoners plot and escape. Lydia, when you said we could make a statement about the oppression of the Primes while freeing my kinsmen, this is not what I had in mind. Yay, quit your whining, Christine. Alyssa has got us out of worse scrapes than this before. Besides, this was the plan all along. Excuse me? The plan all along? Christine, I scouted the area ahead. I said we were about to walk into a patrol. Lydia said, great, let's get ourselves captured, then we can free the weaponsmiths. And that's what we did. Well, I couldn't imagine that Lydia was being serious. You working class make no sense to me. There you go again, bringing class back into it again. Not our fault our families weren't selected centuries ago to the lucrative craft of weapon making. Yeah, sorry. I'm just not used to all of this, not like you two. Don't worry over it. Trust me. Once you've seen one prison, you've seen them all. They're easy enough to break your way out of. No cell can hold big lid for long. Lissa, you saw where the guard put our weapons around the corner? Of course, if you can only hold the patrolman off for a minute, Lydia. I should be able to retrieve our weapons. But what then? How will we find the captured craftsmen? These fortresses are all laid out identically, Christine. Lowest levels for violent criminals, next highest is for those who aren't security threats. I helped build a fair few facilities like this back in my woodcutting days. And so the level above us, that's where I'll find those that refuse to keep making weapons for the war. Those are my family's guild. Could be, that is, unless they've been moved up top. The ground floor. Which prisoners are housed on the ground floor? Those awaiting execution, which is the penalty for treason. I'm confident we made it in time. They were only taken a week ago. You did well to find us quickly. Yes, well, the Primes have been driving our craftsmen into the ground for months. The guild couldn't maintain the pace. It was only a matter of time before something had to give. This war has always had its skeptics, but to see soldiers forcing craftsmen to work at sword points, this war needs to end. It's destroying our nation. And for what? To chastise warmongers who have encroached our lands once in 100 years? The system's been broken longer than that, girlie. That's neither here nor there right now. Alyssa, shall we? Guard has his back turned. Of course, only the amateurs need lockpicks. Prepare yourselves. Assigned to guard a handful of ornery craftsmen. I should have been given a command in those belligerent foreign lands. Then I'm sure the war would be faring much more smoothly. A pity these smiths are to be executed on the morrow. More weapons will be needed to achieve the vision of the Primes. Boy, what do you mean you can get me out with the power of song? It's absolute rubbish. That's what they all say until they hear me play. Why, I'll have those guards charmed in no time. Ah, see this crevice in the wall here? I don't know what's on the other side, but I've been digging at this all week. Trust me, this is the path to our salvation, not that harp. I can't say that it's unexpected for one of the craftsmen class to scoff at an artist. Father would have said the same thing. Alright, you two, it's time for Big Lid to do some real damage. Let's get those prisoners free and everybody out, pronto. It's only a matter of time before the real soldiers show up on our tails. Leave the freeing to me. Christine, cover Big Lid for me. Is this what it's come to? That I must fight for innocent lives and I must oppose even the Primes. Escape with all units, even the temporary civilian units, to clear the chapter. Alright, sounds easy enough, or maybe not. But we have a relatively small map here. So I've played Seven Siblings before, at least the chapters that were available up until now. And Mavarna is basically the bad empire of the setting. If you want to equate it to other Fire Emblem stories, but it's a little bit more complicated than that, and I invite you to actually play the ROM hack and see what I mean. But let's take a look at our characters. Let's have a look at Christine first, the hesitant person. Mavarnin of upper class, but she's disillusioned with the Primes. Okay, so the Primes are basically in control of Mavarna, and they kind of rule over it as a council, but I won't get into it any more than that, really. Seems we have a speedy Valkyrie on our hands. The standard base stats for a fast Valkyrie, I guess, and then her growth rates, well, high speed growth, but she's close to capping, kind of. I don't know if any units really get any levels during this, since this is the only chapter we're going to be playing today, but in any case, she does start with a Holy Tome, which is a B rank, 1-2 range light tome, Divine, a Men's Staff, and an Elixir, so that's all well and good. Probably won't be doing a lot of attacking, but I would like to talk to units that have talk conversations. Next up, we have Alyssa. She's an assassin. Mavarnin Thief was an outlaw before turning rebel, and I guess she can pick locks without a lockpick from the dialogue. Also speedy, a little bit stronger than Christine is, in combat at least. And she starts with a Wind Sword, although it's exclusive to Alyssa. It hits resistance and it's effective versus flyers. Killing Edge, which boosts critical hits as usual. And Armor Slayer, which is effective against knights. Should be handy. Saw a couple of armored units on this map. And she starts with an A rank in swords and a C rank in bows, which is useful, probably, if someone has a bow. Let's see. We have Lydia. Former woodcutter turned rebel, known as Big Lid. Alright. She's got higher... She's a little bit higher on the strength side for things. Pretty good stats overall, really. She starts with a Steel Axe, a Warhammer, which is effective versus armor. Sword Reaver, of course, which is strong against swords, and a bow, which I could have Lydia use or just trade it to Alyssa, I guess. Starts with an S rank in axes and a D rank in bows. Alright. And they'll both have talk conversations with Christine, so that's good to know. Her growths were hovering pretty high in the strength category skill. Everything else is kind of unremarkable, except for HP, which is pretty good. And then Alyssa... Alright, Alyssa's doing pretty good in the speed and resistance departments. I don't know how many casters we have, except the one, but again, I'm probably not going to get more than a level each on these people anyway, so... We also have Reed, who's a bard. A former court bard, as talented as he is lazy, alright. He starts with a vulnerary and a goddess icon. Okay, well, I guess we can put the goddess icon to good use if we see a need for it, but probably not in Reed. We have these bowsmiths, an axesmith, a lancesmith, and a bladesmith that we all have to get to the exit along with our main combat characters. The boss is Gabby. Mavarnin Jailer yearns for a better assignment. So one of the notes in the on the ROM hack was that there are some placeholder portraits, so obviously Geb is not going to make it into the ROM hack at the very end of the day. His portrait will probably be something else, but yeah, he has a silver axe and a steel sword, and it's a great knight, which makes him an armor unit, so that's something handy to remember for later. But first, we need to get this guy out of prison. I think we can do that turn 1 if we just have Lydia not there, but here. Kill this soldier. Yeah, it's easily doable. Just make sure that we have on... Yeah, just turn on animations, and let's get going. And as you can see, there's a custom UI for the battles, as well as Final Fantasy music for the battles themselves. And now I guess we can just send you over here to get this lock. Ah, not the soldier I was expecting to attract with my little song, but I can't argue with the results. A little man playing a harp is not what I expected to see behind this door. We thought this wing was filled with craftsmen who refused to fuel the war any longer. Ah, and that it is. We have my bladesmith friend in the corner, and I, Reed, a bard at your service. How does a lowly bard end up in a high-security prison? Lowly? Who are you calling lowly? We bards are essential to the operation of our nation. We just need to convince the rest of the nation to hold us in that regard, that's all. Look, mate, I don't really care who you are or why you're here. But we're trying to free those craftsmen awaiting execution. And you're either for us or against us at this point. We clear? Ah, he must be the smoldering resistance I've heard tell of. Of course I'll aid you in opposing the war effort. Wartime does not give an artist such as myself much room for work. I can inspire you to fight even harder, you'll see. Sure, you do that. Let's get going then. Alright. Yeah, so... we do have this, global enemy range button with... we can kind of just quickly see who's in range, and we can see this druid is not moving. Just this guy that I'm somewhat worried about, and this guy I just want to get rid of now. So I think what I'll do is have Reed fade over the goddess icon to Lydia, play for her, and then have Lydia just... well, what do you have again? A steel axe? Okay, that's fine. We'll just have Lydia smash this guy with a warhammer. And just completely destroy this guy. Bye. Alright. Now, Lydia's in range of being attacked. That's okay. Now, what do you have there? Steel axe? Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to move up to here. And... we can move these guys, but I don't think we should. Well, I guess we can move the Bladesmith a little bit. That's really it. Let's see what happens here. Ouch. But that's okay, because Lydia will just finish this guy off. Easy peasy. And we can just move up real quick to the next set of enemies. And with Reed's help, we can do a lot of damage to them, too. So... you have high resistance, yeah. So my inclination, you don't move, so what I'm going to do is just send you over here. I'm just going to Killing Edge this druid. No crit, unfortunately, but that's okay. We'll just get hit, I guess, and kill with a normal attack, that's fine. Well, that'll let us tank the mage relatively easily. And we can just creep up here, I guess. Or... she's a little too far out of range to play for. I kind of wish I attacked from here, but that's okay. We'll just mend you up. Standard animation, blue horse for Christine, but I like it. And then... we're gonna stick Lydia here. They had a support, I missed it. That's okay, we'll just get it next turn. I'm gonna play for Lydia real quick. And have her to kill the mage if she can. She can indeed. No one-shots, but it's good enough. Alternatively, I could attack from here with a bow. That's a lot more accurate. I like that. Let's go for it from here. One shot, and then the second one will kill. Kind of painful, but she won't take any serious attacks this turn anyway. There's this archer here, but that's fine. Let's move up. Up to here. And get these guys ready to go once it's time to move out. Alright, here comes the archer to shoot Alyssa. Alright, that's fine. And here come the reinforcements we were warned about, coming from behind. Luckily, though, we're pretty good distance away from them, so we don't have to worry about that too much. First, though, let's get these guys out. Secondly, I'm inclined to Sword Reaver. Maybe not. Let's play for Alyssa real quick. Let's see what she can do over here. That's a kill if we crit once. This is a kill regardless of whether we crit. And Lydia can kill with 2 hits. And if we need to, Christine should be able to do enough damage to kill if someone misses or something. So let's do this. From here, kill the Myrmidon. Alright, no crit. That's okay. And that's the kill. We'll just have this archer go down next. Just do it from here. That's one attack and another. Alright, easy enough. Alright, so we can sneak these smiths out of their cell now. And let's have Christine go here. One of the things you can do in this hack is talk and then do other things. Let's talk to Lydia. How are you holding up there, girlie? You break any nails yet? I admit, this is much messier than my combat training. Don't take me for a weakling, Lydia. I may have grown up with privilege, but I know what it means to work. So you say. But extend your hands, palm facing me for a moment. May I ask why? Just trust Big Lid on this one, Christine. As you wish, then. Yes, I see. Your hands are strong, as you say. No doubt honed from hours of crafting weapons and magical artifacts, yes? Yes, we may be well off in the guild, but we work hard. But another hallmark of your hands is their health, their sheen. Take a look at my hands. Lydia, so many scars and calluses. Why, I can barely see any unblemished skin. Exactly, girlie. Your hands know how to work, to be sure, but they don't know what it's like to labor, to suffer, all for the right to eat a meal at night. To work a profession in woodcutting where the noble administrators have no regard for your health or safety. I'm sorry that it was like that for you, Lydia. I didn't know how bad it was for some in this country. That's what we've been fighting for all this time, Christine. Not just the end of this war, but a better life for everyone. A life where the rich don't, generation after generation, take advantage of those who have nothing, who don't have a choice but to work until their hands are scarred and raw. We're just asking for a chance to live a decent life. Just a chance. I'll remember that as we fight, Lydia. My whole life, I followed the rule of the primes without question. No more. There will be a new Mavarna, free of war and oppression. I knew we'd make a rebel out of you, girlie. Now come. My hands may be scarred, but they can still swing an axe. For freedom. Alright. I suppose we should get her talking with Alyssa as well. So, Alyssa, you and Lydia, you've had to break out of prisons before. A few times. Happened often enough that I bothered to learn how to pick doors without a lockpick. I reasoned as much now. The wanted posters I saw stated you two were highly dangerous and not to be taken lightly. How long have you been on the run? A few years now. Started stealing from the primes to give to the commoners as soon as war preparations heightened. How did the two of you meet up? It's not like talk of treason is open and commonplace. Actually, we met in a prison. A prison? Like this one? Big Lid was facing execution for striking down a woodcutting supervisor who nearly beat her friend to death. I'd been caught after years of picking pockets on the streets, after running away from that terrible orphanage. A good long talk about how people like us were never given a fair shake in this country. And that was that. Busted out, been together ever since. Wow, it's no wonder you two seem so at home in a prison. Thank you for telling me, Alyssa. Months ago, I would have turned you over to the authorities, but now I count you as an ally and a friend in this fight. Right. Just watch my back, alright? There's no going back to your cushy life, not after throwing in with me and Lydia. It's death, life on the run, or victory for you now. There have been others with us before you, but now it's just me and Big Lid. You do realize that. I understand. I can do this. I have to do this. Alright. Christine's got her convictions, and I'm gonna heal Lydia, because I want her to get in combat with the soldier next turn. Alyssa will get the door. But she doesn't need healing as badly, at least. And, let's start moving the Bladesmith up towards the stairs. And Landsmith can just hug the door for now. Here come the reinforcements. Not too bad. What? Those low-born traders have made it this far? Riders, to me. We cannot let them escape. Charge. Uh-oh. That'll be okay. Probably. First, let's have Lydia attack this person. Actually, can we... Yeah, we can. Okay. So Lydia's gonna steel axe this guy. And get bonked a bit, but that guy had a steel Great Lance, which is a little bit stronger, of course, than the steel lance, reminiscent of Radiant Dawn. We also have, you know, silver Great Lances and the like in this hack, and pole axes. So, there is that. Alright. So Reed is gonna play for... Yeah, let's play for Lydia. And I think we're gonna need to do something about these two some point, but not right now. These guys don't move. This guy does. You have an iron axe, so alright, let's have Lydia, Alyssa get the door. We'll check out the support conversation later. Now, let's have Lydia pull that axe knight. Just with the steel axe, it's fine. Just get our luck up just in case. And mend Lydia up. Alright. We'd have to get these guys out of range, ideally. Do it like that. Stick you there. Get you out of the cell now. Alright. The boss is approaching. That's okay. Ouch. Lydia cannot quite kill that guy. That's okay, though. We still have Christine that can do a little bit of magic if we need to. But I don't think we will. Because we do have Reed as well, so... I think Alyssa needs to kill one of these guys, actually. And not die, ideally. That works. If we hit both of these. Alright, that's a 1 and a 2. Alright. That's good. Gonna want Lydia to use the Warhammer on this guy. That'll kill in one shot. Wonderful. But first, can Christine deal with the Shaman? Not really. The problem with the magic weapon triangle resistance kicks in and messes your plans up, but that's okay. I kind of expected that to happen. You can one-shot the Shaman with Lydia, play for her, to kill the boss in one shot, but we need to just get this guy out of the way with Christine. That's easy enough. Let's do this. Christine kills that person. The female shaman enemy. There is a female shaman that you can actually play as in this game. She is one of the 7 siblings of 7 siblings. And the other 6 siblings are playable as well in other chapters. Let's get Christine to kill the Axe Knight here. Bye. That will allow us to bring Christine up. Or Lydia up, rather. And Warhammer Gabby to death. Why can't you prisoners just stay imprisoned? I'll never get that promotion at this rate. So true. Assigned to this hole and I die in this hole. How disgustingly poetic. Sure is, Gabby, it sure is. Lydia got that level up after all. Alright. Well, not gonna need it for much longer, but nice to have anyway. I'll send the smiths up to taunt these knights from over here. Have the bowsmith join them. And the landsmith. Alright. More reinforcements from behind, but we're gonna outrun them pretty easily, I think. Yeah, so first, let's have Lydia attack this guy. Just one shot with a Warhammer. And start having the civvies escape. think so. You know what? Let's move Alyssa up and get that support. Oh yeah, there's no support conversations just yet, but there will be in the final version of the hack, I assume. So let's get rid of this knight. We can almost do it. Unfortunately, Reed is kind of wasted on this turn, but that's okay. Let's just do that a bit. Get ready to escape soon. Let's mend Alyssa up, and then we'll play for Christine and have her do some damage tonight, I guess. We'll use Holy. Have some fun with that. Or we could rescue Reed and just escape right now, but nah. We'll have plenty of time to do that. Let's play with the Holy Tome a bit. That's a 1 and a 2. Alright. That's the end of our turn. They're catching up to us, but really not, because we're gonna escape next turn with everybody at this point. Let's get all these cippies out on the side out first, so don't forget about them. We'll have Alyssa. Who's gonna level up close? Who's close to leveling up? Not. I guess Christine is, but I'll just have Alyssa get this one. Show off her Armor Slayer. 26 hold, 26 damage of it. And that's about it. We just play for Alyssa. And escape. Almost there. Just a little more, people. Escape. Escape. Ah, and you all thought Big Lid would fail? Who's laughing now? I don't know if we can rescue and escape on the same turn. We cannot. Okay, no problem. And we'll just escape normally. I'd very much like to never be imprisoned again, thank you. Stop. Everyone, stop. Why? We're at the top level. We've almost made it. I agree. Need a break. I'm with Alyssa. Last couple of hallways have been too quiet. It's almost as if we're walking into... Ah, of all the highborn scumbags to be running this joint. Ah, Lydia, my old subordinate from the logging industry. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. We're surrounded, and you two know each other? Damien and I. This is the lowest type of cur that works for the primes, lassie. Men like him are the reason I went outlaw in the first place. If I had known you were languishing beneath my feet, Lydia, I have already greeted you with my finest of welcomes. As such, seems all that you have accomplished is to bring those on the execution docket upstairs. Absolutely wonderful. Even in your insolent rebellion, you do my bidding. Why you? No, I wouldn't do that. Any false moves, and I promise the death of your friends here will be as slow and agonizing as is possible. Lydia, what do we do? Not much we can do, girlie. Try and fight our way out. Those we came to save are doomed. Drop your weapons, people. Nothing we can do for now. Good girl, Lydia. I'll have my fun with you once these unruly traitors are executed come morning. I've waited long for my revenge. And that's Chapter 17X, Rallying Cry. Part of Seven Siblings by WarPath, scheduled to be released in 2022. I have been Zetetic, and I've played this for FEE3 2021, and I hope you have a good one.